You're gonna be okay, son. Nurse, what am I looking at here? We found him in a back alley, Dr. Manhattan, mumbling something about Sybil. This man's suffering from traumatic playing card negligence. Quick, get some playing cards in this man's hand, now! But which deck should I grab, Doctor? Pull yourself together and grab the orbits. Pharaoh to bridge. Revolution cut. Can you hear me, son? Charlier. He's gonna be just fine. Excuse me, Dr. Manhattan, why are we using a couch instead of a surgical slab? And why do we all look strikingly similar, though handsome? Never mind that. Today, famous magician moves. Who do we have? Who's coming around? Downtown Christopher Brown. Oh yeah. Orbit, that is. Chris Brown. Chris Brown, otherwise known as Orbit. Christopher Orbit Brown. Creator of Orbit playing cards. With the new offering, the V7s, and the V7 Parallel Edition. Little fun fact, by the way, these cards are marked. They are reader backs. So yeah, I just recently discovered that from friends over at the Card End across the way, over in the UK. Shout out to the Card End. Yeah, these are marked. Didn't know that. They're very easy to read too. You wouldn't think. But who is Chris Brown? We all know. Man, he's got some good cards. Got some great cards. Famous magician. Famous cardist. Big cardister. Man, the flourishes he does, the packet cuts, whew, par none. Man, this guy, he's got it all. But we're here to talk about some of his famous magician moves. The one in particular today is, you would think, Dr. Manhattan collar change. But I'm not the best at performing that, and I'm afraid that I will flash. But we have another good one. Two more I could talk about, I think. Yeah, the Venus Flytrap. Now, the Venus Flytrap, let's see if I can pull this off. You saw in the intro, it looks a little something like that. Take their card, place it in the middle. Wha-bam! Just like that. This is, man, this could be used as a card switch. You might think it's a double, but you would be wrong. I can't say what it is. It is a marketed move by Chris. But I'll tell you this. If you go to Dan and Dave, what is that, Vanishing Ink now? They sell the download for $15. But if you go to Chris's site, orbit.com, which I'll link, excuse me, I'm gassy today, I'm so sorry about that. I will link you to Chris's website where he offers a revisited download for like $7. And he teaches so much you could do with this. He even teaches a one-hand Venus Flytrap. That's insane. But it can be done, and he does show it, and he teaches it. Man, it's a great utility move. It can be used as an option instead of like a double. You can incorporate it in your ambitious card routine, any type of card switch you need to do, card control. Man, this one has it all. Angles are dead on. You know, usually if you're stood right across from someone, that's the ideal angle anyway, right? Another place. This is actually a better deal. If you look up the At the Table lecture with Chris Brown, almost any magic retailer is selling this lecture for about $7 to $8. So I actually picked up that. He teaches the Dr. Manhattan collar change. He teaches the Venus Flytrap. He teaches the orbit control, which I've actually been doing for a long time, until I did some research and realized very quickly that I'm a failure in life. And that we all create stuff independently and nothing is really original. But that's okay, because these are still awesome moves, deserving of special attention. Chris Brown has his own style. He's unique. Has this thing called the Rain Man algorithm. And who was the original Rain Man? We've all seen the movie with Dustin Hoffman, Tom Cruise. Was it Ken Wake? I think so. I'm probably completely off. You would think I would have looked this up before now. But yeah, Chris Brown does this amazing. He published a book called The Rain Man Algorithm. There's only 100 copies. It's impossible to get. But if you pick up the At the Table lecture with Chris Brown, he goes over parts of it, right? And so you can ask someone, when was your birthday? And they'll say, October 26th, 1982, that's my birthday. Then he'll sit there and think for a second and be like, you were born on a Wednesday. When you're 65, it'll be a Friday. 100 years from now, if you were to turn that age, it would be a Saturday. And he just goes through these what seems like crazy calculations and just figures in his head, and really it's just I can't say obviously, but it's a certain system that he has, and it's very cool, man. It just looks so pure and cool. Man, it's awesome. He does some other stuff too. He does a lot of amazing stuff. He does a card trick where he'll tell the spectator, he'll fan out the cards, or spread out the cards. I always say that wrong. And he'll be like, just drop your finger on any card. And they'll say this one. I got the 3 hearts turned up in the deck. They land on this one. And he will say, he'll look at it and he'll be like, okay, 9 of clubs. And he'll spell it out from here on, like N-I-N-E-O-F. And then he'll land on a random card like 5 of spades. He'll be like, that's not really that significant, but I do have a prediction right here. And he pulls out a 5 of spades, either from an indifferent deck or same card, something. But man, that is a beautiful trick. He is such a great, man, this guy is creative. And so check him out. As far as the Venus Flytrap, like I said, it's marketed. He sells it. But if you pick up the At the Table lecture, you're going to get a bundle of just stuff for like $7, $8. And it's like almost 3 hours, 2.5 hours long. It's nothing but straight content of him sat across from Greg Wilson. That guy, right? He's an amazing American magician as well. And these two just discuss theory, go over sleights. And he goes over the ins and outs of all his famous moves. Chris Brown, check him out. I'll link you to some deals that he does, right, with the At the Table lecture. I'll link you to his website where you can check out his downloads, as well as playing cards and other merch that he sells. And I'm going to also be generous enough to link you to his YouTube channel. Obviously, I've learned such a crazy amount just from watching him. And he does offer a few free tutorials on his YouTube channel. He has the, what is it called? The I don't know, but it basically looks like this. He holds up like an OK sign, just like this, and psh, a card pops out. It's like this, and then, psh, you know, I'm not doing it because... Anyway, check him out. Chris Brown, Orbit. We all know him. We all love him. Run over there and give him a look over. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. See you back here next time.